Hello, this is another sit and go strategy. Sit and goes. We're doing another $545 sit and go today. Um, and let's see how it goes. We've been doing pretty well as of late. Not too bad at all. So, as we'll do in typical sit and go fashion, we're going to play super tight early and watch how these players play. Um, we're not trying to do any chip accumulation at all. Oh gosh, that happened. And I gotta get my chaos back up. There they are. All right, cool. The nuances of trying this OBS system is fun and whatnot, but right now we got straight fold throughs all the way around. We fold to the button. Mike, let's see what he does. He raises to 54, fairly standard. We don't know what this all means yet, but we will continue observing and whatnot. And we're up to the big line here. Too much tuna. Eats too much tuna, apparently, and gets folded around. So super tight so far. Next hand we get 3-7 offsuit. Of course we're folding that. That's not a good hand at all. We get a couple more folds. We're on SPL 22, who raises 50, his first raise of the game. On to Trey Roman on the button, who calls. What would I call here? Here it's early, so maybe I would speculate with some higher suited connectors. Pairs are awesome here. Maybe some weaker high aces, just play in position a little bit. If I was SPL 22, I would c-bet here a small amount, maybe $55 or so. Although he does check, we're on to Trey Roman, who bets 30. It's a very small bet. I don't know what this is supposed to accomplish here. Um, let's see how SPL 22 reacts to that. But typically that is super weak. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I oh, and there's another player that I didn't even notice was there. Notice who is in the table with you. Wow, so weird. So we got a check, a min bet, a raise from the big blind, a three bet to 774 after the min bet, and he gets a fold. Wow, pretty strong play. But it's also weird by SPL how he um, checked after being the pre-flop raiser and called the raise. We'll defend here. Min raised me here. I'm not going to go all that crazy here. Actually, I'm not going to go crazy at all. Um, there's a three bet. We'll happily fold that. Noteworthy. This is this guy's second three bet. He just three bet last hand as well. So there is that going on for him as well. Um, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go and my own Twitch on. Rolling Rock Dave 33. We're just going to small fold here. I know it seems weak there, but in a sit and go, you want to more or less conserve your chips. That is a much higher priority rather than to accumulate chips. Um, and yeah, give me one moment here while I just fiddle through a little stuff here. All right, we got a raise in a very small bet to three bet to 130 with another caller that called the 50. So my first views on Trey Roman, he is playing very erratically, and um, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. He has Ace King. He min three bet and then made a weird small bet on the flop. He did have a valuable hand. Ace King. What did the other guy have? What did the other guy have? I probably should pay attention to that as well. He had Queen Jack. Reasonable to call the super small three bet after he calls. We're not gonna mess around with Jack 9 there. Um, yeah, and whatnot. So yeah, so yep, just checking if everything's all right here. We got a bet of 30 that's more reasonable, but he did open limp, which is very noteworthy. I typically almost never ever open limp. Um, by raising, You either A, build a pot with your good hands, or have them fold. If you don't have a good hand, or vice versa, them folding when you have a good hand is also fine. You limp in with like pocket kings and you get like limpers behind. Kings aren't so good. Get that value in. If you happen to be, bluffing or speculating with a hand like Jack 10, also known as a pre-flop nuts, um, that raise could get better hands to fold or just get nonsense to fold. Nothing wrong with raising. Limping is just all wrong, all wrong. I'm not a fan of it. Don't recommend it. Um, yeah. Oh well, this guy lost connection here, so we have. Okay, I was going to say we have about 62 seconds get to know each other a little bit better. But he reconnected. He didn't want to hear my life story. Maybe that's a good thing. So we have a raise to 107, which is bigger than what I like to do ever in these. That was 3.5x roughly. We're going to fold another hand. We have yet to play a hand, which is no big deal in these at all. Play super tight early. Play position is fine. Pairs are great. We got a raise on the button to 90. Is Mr. Psycho Cat's first raise. We're on SPL 22, who has been playing a little bit more positive. We get a folder around. That's the second time it's folded around, and we'll do our favorite thing of folding once again those diamonds. It's folded, the whole bottom folds. We got a second raise in a row from Mr. Psycho Cat, this time to 75. It lowers his raise bet from 90. What does it mean? We do not know at this point. We get a call. This guy tends to call a lot. This is, I believe, his third flat call, and Trey Roman has also called. Flop is 8-8 King, favors SPL's range because Ace King is the only one that logically has it. And there's another small bet of 45. Remember the last time he has bet small bet of 45, he had ace king into queen high board, and then he gave up after that. So my interpretation of that is that he will try to take the pot down with one small bet. If you call, he'll shut down, which may be the case here. This time he bets full pot with the queen five offsuit. I'm going to see that hand again. I'm going to see the hand again. I believe. Let's see what happened here. Da, 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 da. Let's go back. Let's play it out. Let's play it at a fast speed. Fast. Da, 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 da. Fold, raise. He called in the big blind with, and then decided to go bluff with queen five, and so not. Don't do that. Don't do those plays. I will never recommend calling with queen five and then going crazy with it and trying to get someone off a pot, especially in a sitting when like getting chips doesn't matter. Jesus, Roman, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? It's intimidating. All right, so 144. Hey, takes it down. Hey, another fold. But that's the way you go. So in these sin goes, folding playing tight is appropriate. Uh, Splashing around just gets you in trouble a lot in these sit and goes. Remember, there's only 2,000 times 9 players, so there's only 18,000 chips. So, in theory, if there's 3 players that um, make the money, it's on average 6,000 per person. So you don't really need to get that many chips. So, all right, we have a big line here now of Jack 6 offsuit. If I were this guy, I would call no matter what. Not that guy. Not that guy. So probably won't even defend in a sitting go multi-table tournaments. I'm happy a lot of times to call like a minimum raise. Um, just because you have so many more big blinds and the blinds will go up as quickly. There's many reasons why And that is correct. So we get folded around. Absolutely. Queen 8. Uh, there is a chance I will completely small blind if it gets folded around to me, because I do that with a wide range of my hands. Super strong hands to the super weak hands, just to get a feel of how they react to that. Of course, I fold now to a raise. SPL 22 raises again. This whole bottom section seems to be much more tighter than this section. Is two different worlds here. It's like the looser players and the tighter players down here. Got a call of the raise from SPL 22, who's in the tank. He checks. Uh, Interesting check. Yeah, it slightly favors this guy's range, but I mean, it's not going to hit this guy's range all that often, the 8-4-2 flop. And it's a really weird bet if he bets the 4 here. Now I'll call a bet here. So if I have any sort of pair, like if I call with threes or whatever pair, I'll call because he has ace high or something here. So now if I had king queen here, I would much more rather call there rather than folding at that point. What do we want to do with ace jack here? What do we want to do ace jack here? So this is a little on a tricky spot. Like it's difficult to play multi-way pot with ace jack here. In a sit and go. I think I'm okay just folding here. Once again, it seems really tight, but versus what I will guess is the 5 players. Playing ace jack offsuit doesn't flop well. Yeah, we're going to see a flop of jack ace in here. All right, 5-8-7. All right, if it came jack 3, I would have got like, see, that's why you play. That's why you play. But I got lucky that way. But I don't think that's a call and sit and go. Could be wrong. Got a lead out of 415 by the small blind, which is super sus and very strong. And we got the Roman calling in. I was doing that. What? No surprise. Jack completes 9-10 draw and goes all in. So Roman loses his opportunity, which we know he does do, and he calls with ace 4 and gets there. Wow. The Roman, the master at playing incorrectly. So let's see here. There was min raise. He calls with ace 4 suited. Fine. Well, he did flop a flush draw as well. Well. Yeah, he flopped a gut shot with a 6. And then had the overcard to the board plus the flush draw plus the gut shot. Reasonable. The 10s, did they play it well? Let's see. They bet the flop. They called pre-flop. Those seem 3-betting pre-flop just because there were multiple other opponents. And then he had 5-8-7 flop. He bet large. But yeah, it was fine. Okay, so now we have ace king here. We're just gonna bet. Do we min bet? Yeah, we're not gonna quite min bet. We're gonna go 115. We're gonna go 115 for our first raise of the game. Yeah, first raise of the game. Let's go. Let's go, ace king. Of course, we're calling this all in here of the 547. Yeah, that's easy peasy. Color breezy. We're gonna call that. We'll see if it works out. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. And we'll go from there. If this guy calls, we're jamming. Easy peasy. Breezy. And he's tanking. He might have a hand like eights. Might have a hand like Jack 10. Good luck. He has 9s. We flop a king. And he does pick up a gut shot, which is my gut shot as well. So we take that down with ace king. What's our first hand played? And all of a sudden, we are in third place. Play one hand. That's all, and that's all we have to do. So, got the Roman in raising under the gun. Got Sirlokin calling. Now he's a much tighter player, as it appears. King Queen is definitely in his range. I would put King Jack in Sirlokin's range, but the Roman does have Ace King in his range, along with other bizarro hands. But if I was playing against the Roman, I would definitely, if I had anything, just call and have him do his thing and just fire. If he happens to check, I would bet. In position, we got a bet of 135 from SPL 22. Gets Roman to call, and so they're going to fold. And now we're up to um, 405 half pop button. You gotta love the half pop button. Gets called by Queen Jack. So this one is much more bizarre than the other ones. Jeez, Louise. It seems like I'm reviewing all of the Roman's hands because, well, he has his own style. So let's see here. There was fantastic. Oh, that's my da, da, da. So somehow he got to the river with Queen Jack high on the King 6 8 board. And he had Queen Jack high and spiked the Queen. Who knows? Who knows what his strat is? Maybe he is just, you know, having a good time. Having a good time. You can't read him if he has a good time. Right. Ace Jack, probably the lowest hand I'll raise here. We'll just min raise at this point. No need to raise any larger here. I'm not going to go crazy with it. It's definitely in a favored versus a 8-handed table at this point. We're definitely getting a call from the. Ooh, that was weird. Did not expect that whatsoever. Whatsoever, I did not expect that at all with the amount of flat callers at this table. Man, that is so weird. Now we have 4-3 offsuit. We will consider to defend here, especially to a min raise here, and knowing this guy's very spewy. I ooh, doing anything with the all in there, but I would have defended there with the 4-3 offsuit and played quite carefully there. If this is folded to me, this 10-7, I will start having my range to being seeing how he reacts. Maybe he raises it. Maybe he just checks or whatever. I'm not gonna play versus multiple opponents, multi-way out position with this hand. It's very net loss. It's a negative EV playing this hand out of position versus opponents, even if it's only for the half the big blind. And did this guy lose connection again? He may have. He did not lose connection. So hopefully my 7-9, I would have had a 9 or 10-7. I would have hopefully my volume and everything is correct with this. Like I said, I have been putting a few of these on YouTube without first streaming this as well. But why not do both? Why not do both indeed? So I would have raised into these guys, but I'm not gonna. No need to 3-bet or anything like this at this point in this stage of the tournament. No matter if you think his range is really crazy at this point, there really is no. An A7 suited does not flop all that well, so I would not call there, and I didn't. So all good. Is this too much tune? It has not raised in a bit. So this guy hasn't played many hands. He hasn't. I think he's raised one and called two. And this is the second one that he raised. The other one was the King Queen that I thought he had, but he did not have King Queen. He just folded. So Searlicking, it goes check, check. So this is rarely an ace here. Could be a pair, could be a Queen King type hand, which could definitely check the flop. He bets 186, which makes it more likely it's a Queen King, Queen Jack, or King, something like that hand. We're going to fold the King 6. We got another raise from this guy. He's being a little bit more active. Mark my words. Mark my words. If he makes it to the bubble, these types of players are the ones that get super passive and all of a sudden don't do anything. Typically, that's really weird. They play aggressively early, which is opposite of what I do, and then become late on the bubble and they become super tight. They have a big stack, which is opposite of what I would do. So maybe you should be watching some of these videos. Hey, they could probably get me like that 8, 7, 10 on a 3-bet pot. Pretty big. It's 11 and 4, which is pretty large pot. We get a half pot button bet. Gotta love those bets. Hit that button. Those are the optimal bet sizes they have. They have half pot. They have quarter pot. They have 3/4 pot button. I don't push those buttons. Those buttons are rarely the button you want to make. Yes, they're more convenient. Correct. Don't do it. I say don't do it. I could be wrong. I say it a lot. 10-5. Double suited. Blinds are 61-20, and we still have 8 players. So this is a very, very tight set and go, which is very typical. The more well-versed players are at sit and goes, the more likely you're going to have a whole slew of players by the end of it. And in that case, there's more shoving strategies when the blinds get lower, calling strategies when the blinds get lower. We got a raise. We got a 10-7-4 flop. What does Mr. Psycho Cat do with the flop? That probably missed him. Probably missed him. He checks. What does this guy do? Knowing that this probably missed him. He bets 360, very reasonable. And what does Psycho Cat does? Does he call? Does he raise? Does he fold? He folds his probably ace, queen, tie of pan. Maybe ace king. Both has similar value, but all right. We're on SPL. We're on Mike 73. Raise it to 318. Geez, that's a big raise. 2.65 is enormous raise, actually, in this stage of the tournament. These guys can just jam on that. I mean, they can jam on the smaller raise too, but you lose so much more. Or so much less with the smaller raise. Wow. Flat? So weird. So weird on a big raise. Big raise with these blinds. Not a big raise if you have a million blinds, but it's a big raise when you have 12 blinds before the flop. It's a really big raise. And big call with 12 blinds. Lower your bet raise sizes pre-flop when the blinds in comparison to the raise gets smaller. You have a million blinds, you got to raise bigger because, hey, everyone has so many big blinds that raises a good thing. But if everyone has 12 big blinds to 30, raises better relative to the amount of chips that you have. So we're on Mike, and he does another enormous raise. Okay, you win. Enormous raise, but it's a lot more you're risking here. Man, here's that all in that I was talking about. Calls with ace 10. He's versus queens. He picks up a flush. He picks up a flush. Not a flush draw that I was about to say. He picks up a flush and knocks out the queens. Unfortunate for the queens. But what can you do? Sometimes that is just how the cookie crumbles. So the question now here is, what do I do versus this? We're going to start with a limp here. See how he reacts to this. He has auto check on, which is very interesting. We're not going to bet too much here. We're going to see if we can take it down right now. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But it's good to do this. He had auto put, so the 2 and 4 definitely favors him. But we'll see if I can fire off 2 streets here, because if he has a 2 or 4 and another card comes that doesn't favor those, he's gonna fold the 2 or 4. And there's a chance he's disconnected too with that auto check. Got an open limp under the gun. Is he being suspicious with a big pair here, or is he one of those that wants to see a flop with a Jack 10 suited? Nuts. And have a little fun with it. SPL 22 has been a little splashy, so splashy. Maybe S2 too. Anyway. And we got an all in here. All right, it's not a big pair, so it's like a Jack 10, a Queen 10, a King 10, a 9 10, something like that. But he's like, hey, maybe I can see a flop with this, but now he's like, maybe I can call it out versus Ace King. They have Ace King. It's a race with 9 10. Probably correct folds. We're just gonna fold here. It's kind of close to a push, but we're going to fold. Definitely fold now. Roman raises to 300 here. We got a call from much tuna. Too much tuna raises, and we get an all in. This is gonna be strong because he only has 6 blinds, but you know these guys can't fold for, or maybe they can fold for 6 blinds. And king flops, a turns fold. 600 more. Maybe he was afraid that this guy would jam. That was unlikely considering how the hand played. 450 is just like an all in here. It's the same thing. Um, he has a total of 9 blinds at that point. Ace Queen is fantastic. Right now we have 16 blinds, so we're still in range to just min raise here. If I was 15 or below, I would all in, which is pretty standard. Don't love this situation though. How many blinds does this guy have? He has 12 blinds. We're gonna fold now. Do that all in. We have kings and ace jack. Right, so kings take it. Fortunate that the ace jack was there. I would have probably called there eventually. Eventually, like pretty soon after. I was just considering. You gotta consider your options. All right, so we have 10-5. We are, not doing as great as so another limp. He folded his last one. I'm not gonna do anything with 10-5. We're just gonna flop 2 pair here. Or no pair. But just happily give this up. With a smile. And he checks again. I'm not gonna do anything. It's too sus over here. King, fantastic. I'm not gonna do anything. We'll see your 9-10. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. King 10, fold around. If it folds around to me, this is a easy peasy color breezy jam, which is Gun, who is playing fairly tight. Raised to 375 now. This guy raised, there's a consideration of me jamming, but probably not. We're in fine position still. We have 15 blinds still, 12, 13 blinds. He jams. He has ace jack. He has ace jack. It's a free roll. Now it's not a free roll. It's a chop chop. All right. Queen 10. Queen 10 with 12 blinds. Shoving into these guys. What is this? This is close as well. I think I'm gonna fold it. I think this is close, but I think it's a fold. Close though. It's close. So we're just gonna fold here, see what happens. It's really close to a jam there, but I'm okay with that situation. Jack 8's an easy fold. Maybe this also gives me some street cred as well. Hey, he's folding lots, so like his range is tighter than it will be. Ace 10, is this a jam 5-handed? I believe so, with 12 blinds, 13 blinds. Absolutely, it's a jam. Yep, good luck, good luck, good luck. With 13 blinds, 5-handed. We're going to jam our ace 10. Quite likely it's the best hand here. Yeah, sure, there could be better hands there, but, we're definitely rooting for a fold. It blocks an ace and whatnot, but, if we get called, hopefully it's like eights and not ace, jack, queen, or king. The rook is in the tank, which is probably a good thing. He probably has 10 jack or something like that, which I will welcome into my pot. 10 jack or queen 10 or king 10, all of them are fine. 9, 10, 8, 10. I love all those hands so very, very much. Or maybe he's just tank folding or tank calling with aces and he's just giggling behind a seat there. Like, I got this guy. Little does he know. I have ace 10. Little does he know I have ace 10. So we will see how this goes. He is in a deep tank. Okay. I mean, he might have something. Whatever. So hope you guys are enjoying this. We're on Too Much Tuna, who's also in the tank. And I get folded around. Man, maybe I folded out a slightly better hand with my rep. Or maybe they were trying to get the blinds up to 1-2. I don't know. Pocket fours is interesting as well. Doesn't have any fold equity, especially to a 500 raise. I'm not gonna squeeze out two players here. I could call there. Phew. No four. Calling just loses a lot of my fold equity in later stages. If I shove, I can't get either player to fold more than likely. And right now, it's like a competition of me just trying to make the bubble situation. Um, so I'm very likely to call things off. Maybe I should, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a few smallish blunders, but I don't think anything's too terrible. Maybe I'll get justified by the ace jack, ace jack. Well, I've seen what they had there. Gonna fold the two here. This would have been a push here, blind versus blind. Even though it is a short stack, you gotta be a little tighter versus short stack because they just have nothing to lose. Um, because well, their equity is the lowest of everyone. So them losing all their chips, well, they lose at least any flats. Well, weird. Remember, he limped twice, like in recent stages of this tournament. So he does like calling and analyzing flops with king 6. All right, now we're on bubble with the short stack, as the short stack. So what this guy should do, because he has beautiful position on these two, is like put so much pressure. A 3-bet here all in would be on point. So good if he 3-bets all in here. Because this guy is not just going to call willy-nilly here. But me, as a short stack, I got to be much more aggressive because it's these three guys versus me, essentially. So ace spot is a favorite versus two hands here. So we're going to go with it. Hopefully it works out. I mean, his plan was to jam on this guy, but, ace five, like, as a short stack, absolutely I have to do this. If I was a middle stack, it's much more leaning into fold, but let's see if this guy does the aggressive thing, being the chip leader. I mean, he doesn't lose anything by losing chips, you got to remember. So he raised to 500. Does this guy take the advantage of 3-betting all in with a weak hand? It's risky versus chip leader. He does it. There's the all in. He gets a fold. So it really is these three guys versus me. We're going to fold to Jack 7. Jack 7 has no playability at all. So we're just going to go ahead and fold this. We're still fine with 10 blinds, a little less than 10 blinds, 9.64 blinds to be exact. And he limps in. I welcome a limp. I welcome a limp. Gives me a chance to flop something. This guy may raise here, though. That's fine. I'm out. I'm out. Does Roman want to combat this? I welcome it. As a short stack, I welcome fights. I would have missed with my Jack 7. Fine, fine, fine. 3, 4, 10 doesn't hit too many hands. Too much Tune is thinking about. The pot is currently 1750. He bets about 40% of the pot and gets a instant fold. Ace Queen is an easy ship no matter what happens here. It is a ship. I'm still in last position here, but we are very happy to shove here. Fairly wide range as well, but Ace Queen is at the top of it. Maybe I should delete this actually, in case someone is watching this. Dang unfortunate, but we'll change that for next time. And I only need to delay it for about 2 minutes or so, in case you all are watching and chatting with me. I won't miss too much of it if it's 2 minutes. But in these sitting goes, which is final table, someone can just pop up whatever $5 tournament if they do it. They got me. So we got to raise to 975 here. Excuse me. Jack 2 is a fold as well. I am definitely hoping for these guys to fight it out. This guy should still raise. It's very interesting if he goes all in again. That is such a beautiful play because now it's so risky. Now you would be below me if you call. So he folds there. This guy's starting to pull away with things a little bit. And it's annoying because he is, I'm going to fold the queen offsuit there. Not gonna go crazy. Pocket six is another one that is in all in. Is it? Yeah, we're low stack, so we're just gonna have to gamble it up here as a short stack. We only have 6 blinds, so we have little fold equity anyway. If we win this, we're in fine shape. If we lose, well, we're out. As a low stack, I feel obligated to do this. Let's see if we get a call here. We got a call by ace queen. He flops 2 pair, which is unfortunate. 6 on the river will be perfect. I do not get it. I finish on the bubble. We finish in 4th place. How do I want to do this? Because if I do this, the tournament will just go away. Can I please keep this table, please? It does not let me. It does not let me do that. Well, thank you for watching this. Unfortunately, we were not able to get it. We were the short stack on the bubble this time around. Unfortunate little situation here. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to watch me on Twitch. My name is Rolling Rock Dave 33. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.